Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and by now we all know what that means. It's weekly purchases, the time of the week where I find what did Waylon Jennings find in the stores? What did I find in the stores? What did the Amazon guy, the DHL guy, the UPS guy, what did the FedEx guy lose this week? All that and much more in weekly purchases, where we talk about some news from the week that might interest us, and then at the back half we talk about all the purchases that I picked up this week, and another massive haul this week. They just keep getting bigger and bigger. It's just unbelievable how it's working out as of late. I guess it always does. One of these days we'll have nothing happened. Hey, there was no figures this week, guys. Show's over. One of these weeks we'll have that. I don't know when that'll be. Probably not anytime soon, but a lot of good stuff this week. A lot of great buys, a lot of great finds this week. So can't wait to go over all that with you guys as usual. And then in the comments, you guys tell me what you picked up this week as well. And while you're there already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I think we're about 100 people away from 3,000, so we're marching more and more every day. We do have that Rick Rude giveaway today, so we'll announce that in the video here coming up in a little bit. But subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, all that fun stuff. Turn your notification bell on. Follow me on Twitter, SirPaul64, Instagram at, _Kyle_Peterson. That's on Instagram, so make sure you're looking up me there. Some big news on the channel this week. Some of you guys probably noticed in some of my videos, Big Bad Toy Store is advertising on the videos now, so that is really cool to have them advertising. I've been going to Big Bad Toy Store for, 20 years now probably. I love their $4 flat rate shipping, that is for sure. Definitely a good online place to buy your toys in Marvel Legends, Star Wars, wrestling. A lot of people didn't understand they have wrestling figures on their website, but they do. They have the Elites and everything else. All the new Super 7 figures as well. So in my description of my video, I got a link that'll take you to Big Bad Toy Store. So use that link if you do buy anything from Big Bad Toy Store. This week on the channel, like I was saying, a lot going on. We unboxed Elite 82. A lot of people enjoyed those videos. An okay set. I really love that Jerry Lawler. That's probably my favorite one of the whole set there for Elite 82. Don't forget, we also opened up that AEW Blood Brothers 2-pack, the Masters of the WWE Universe Series 4. We opened up Anti-Venom and Marvel Select Sandman, 2 Marvel Selects this week. So a lot of good stuff going on the channel. We're going to have a lot of videos to finish the year up. You guys know I'm trying to get ready for my big collection tour video. I got a lot of stuff that needs to get on display, so I'm just going to start hammering out some unboxings. Watch them at your leisure, or don't watch them at all. You guys got the choice, but I'll pump out some content. I'll try to, we got Marvel fans, we got Star Wars fans, we got wrestling fans, we got people that love it all, people that only like certain sections of it. I'll try to mix it up. I'll maybe have a wrestling video and a Marvel video, or a wrestling video and a Star Wars, or a Star Wars and a Turtle video. We'll figure out a plan. We'll get that worked out, but a lot of videos to come. I do actually have a couple of days off this month, kinda, if that's such a thing. And I'm going to try to work in some extra videos. So that's the plan, at least for the channel, the rest of the year. And then hopefully January, February, somewhere in there, we will shoot the new collection video and the new collection tour. And a little bit more of that this week in weekly purchases. So there you go. But like I said, subscribe to the channel. This week, Marvel Legends had an announcement on the 4th from Hasbro Pulse. I guess is where you could pre-order some of this stuff, as well as Big Bad Toy Store, of course. Hasbro announced some new Marvel Legends and a little updates on stuff we already knew about. So we did see MODOK. We got it teased the last video, but they are finally coming out with a new MODOK. This is one I've held off on buying for a long time. It was one of the old school Toy Biz Build-A-Figures. Very pricey figure right now. I do expect the price to really drop on those, as this new MODOK will be $50. It is not going to be a Build-A-Figure. It's a standalone figure by itself that people will be able to buy. So there it goes. That'll come out around April, which probably means March, maybe even late February for some of you guys out there if you're lucky enough. Definitely have to get that one. I think that's a must-have. We also saw the House of M-Wave in package. Little mixed bag on that one. I've never read that comic book storyline. Obviously, I know these characters. I'm not super familiar with them. The Moira McTaggart and the Wolverine are the two I want the most. They all did show that new Wolverine head with kind of the gray goatee type beard thing going on. Thought that was really cool. Definitely going to pick up that set. They did say the Build-A-Figure for that line was going to be the Tri-Sentinel. Not familiar with that Sentinel. It looks like basically a repaint of that Spider-Man Build-A-Figure, that Dr. Spider figure. Just a few changes from there. So I don't know, not the best X-Men wave in my opinion. And it's probably just because I haven't read the comic. For you guys out there that read the comic, you guys tell me about it. Was the comic any good? I mean, do these figures live up to what you're looking for? I mean, the White Magneto, that's pretty cool. Cyclops, they all look pretty cool. It's just I'm not as invested in them as some of the other lines. And I'm sure a lot of you guys probably share that same opinion as I do. So there you go. We did see another Amazon exclusive, a movie figure. We saw Deadpool. And I guess it's basically a repaint from that Deadpool Negasonic Teenage Warhead 2-pack. But it's Deadpool more beat up and burned, kind of like he was at the end of Deadpool 2. So not a lot of skin on the bone there for you guys. I can see a lot of people maybe passing on that one. The packaging looks pretty cool. But not a ton of point of differentiation than the one we had before. But I will pick that one up. I always love those Amazon exclusives. I love all my Marvel Legends figures. They're really knocking it out of the park here in 2020, and it looks to continue into 2021, with especially with that MODOK, that Thanos. There's a lot of good stuff coming still. We also saw a peek at spring Walgreens exclusives. I got a real love-hate relationship with those Walgreens exclusives. They seem to either come right away and they're just clogging the shelves, or they never come. I stopped looking at my Walgreens once I got that Moon Knight in the mail. But I never saw Moon Knight in person. I'm sure there's probably been some in the months I haven't been looking at my Walgreens. I love Walgreens because I got like 28 of them in my area. The bad part of them is that's a lot of stores to have to hit, and it's very boring when you walk in. You got to walk all the way back there. You see nothing, and you got to walk out. It's a quick run in and out, but there's a lot of stores to hit. But they did announce Nova, so an updated Nova. We haven't had a real Nova in a while. I really honestly think this will be a huge peg warmer for Walgreens. I don't know if he's really a major character, somebody people really, really want bad to go hunt a Walgreens for. And before that, we're going to get that Silver Surfer that we were shown, I don't know, a month, 2 months ago at this point. Dark Silver Surfer. He's kind of got like a black wash to him. So we'll see. I'm not super excited about either of those, especially that Nova. I'll get it, but I think it's not one that I'm going to pay a high dollar for if I can't find it. But Silver Surfer's pretty cool. I think a lot of people might want that, and I think there's some people that didn't get the last Silver Surfer, and this will be kind of a placeholder until they do get their traditional Silver Surfer via eBay or a re-release. So they did show those, and then at the very end of the video, it was really cool. They kind of gave us a tease for 2021. They announced that there will be a figure in 2021 that comes with a tail. Who could that be? Could that be Tigra? Could that be another dragon like Fin Fang Foom? Or my mind first went to the Lizard. I do feel we will get a retro carded Spider-Man Wave Lizard. I think they'll update the Build-A-Figure and put that back out and more cartoon accurate. That is where my head first went. So I guess, they always say your first guess is usually right or whatever. So that's what I'm sticking with. I think it will be the Lizard. I'm sure we'll know in the next couple of months who that will be. They also announced Cannonball. He's finally going to get his legs. As you guys know, that X-Force Cannonball figure came with just like the effects, which really didn't bother me as a lot of people did. I don't mind displaying him like that. I think that's pretty cool. I'd love an interchangeable set of legs, and it sounds like that's what we're going to get. They did not announce how we're going to get that. It sounds like Cannonball's not being re-released. It's going to come with something. So maybe they'll give us like the rest of that X-Force team. Maybe we'll get the traditional Domino, and maybe those legs will just be in there. It'd be really interesting how they come out with that. But Marvel Legends does a really good job compared to a lot of other companies, giving us extra heads and things like that they know the super fans can use. Like, Professor X, he came with that Lalandra head. Why would he come with that? Well, there's a lot of people that were using the Silver Sable body to make a Lalandra. So they do little Easter egg type things like that, and I'm sure we'll get the same with that Cannonball. And then the final announcement of the day, we are getting that official comic book accurate Ultron. So that is really cool. Kind of bad for me, as you guys that follow my video, I just bought that Marvel Select like a month ago, saying, well, we're never going to get that comic book Ultron. We're never going to get the updated one. This one's pretty cool. It's a nice big figure. And now, bam, there it goes. We're getting the comic book Ultron. But I don't hate it. I could use 2 Ultrons. It's all right. I'll pick this one up as well. They didn't say how it was going to be released or when it was going to be released. But I'm sure that is coming very soon with the first of the year announcements. But a pretty cool close to 2020. I don't know. Out of all the figure lines I collect, I truly think Marvel Legends was probably the one that did it best this year. Hasbro really killed it with Marvel Legends. I will have a top 10 list. I'll probably do a top 10 Marvel Legends video, a top 10 Elite video, sometime in December. Just here's my thoughts. Here's a quick video. We can compare and contrast our list. I think that would be something kind of cool. We'll see. I think I know my #1 spot for wrestling. I'm not sure if I know for Marvel Legends yet. I'll have to put the pen to the paper, kind of decide and write it all out and figure it out. But I'll have those videos out sometime this month. And you guys get your lists together as well. We can all compare and contrast our lists. So there you go. Let's do the giveaway. How about, huh? Right now. Now's no better time than the present. Rick Rude Chase figure. Got it right here. Let me grab it. Well, there it is. I had an extra. As you guys know, I needed one to open up that was Chase, that I knew would not be stained. Most likely, hopefully, whoever gets this, hopefully you guys are an MOC collector, because it's probably going to be stained, but you can't complain if you get a free figure, can you? I mean, who would complain if you get a free figure? I'm sure there's somebody, but the winner is Steven Landis. Thank you, Steven. Actually, Steven's been an early fan of the channel. He's commented on many a post and hit me up on Instagram. So it's actually cool when you pull a name out of the hat. It's somebody you actually deal with pretty regularly. So Steven, hit me up or I'll hit you up. Need your address and all that kind of fun stuff, and I'll get this bad boy sent off to you ASAP. I don't mess around. This will be in the mail Monday morning, if not Sunday. If not Sunday, I don't wait. So there you go. Steven Landis, thank you very much. So there you have it. So next up, we have Album of the Week. So this week, I haven't even listened to the album, but I've heard the songs in the past, so I'm just going to put it in here. And it is partially a weekly purchase, because I just got the CD in the mail. Volume 1 of the Weathermaker Vault series, my boys Clutch. You guys know I love Clutch. Ever since Motorhead is dead and gone, unfortunately. Motorhead will always be my favorite, but my favorite band that's currently going, and my favorite band to see in concert, is definitely Clutch. If you've never seen Clutch, you're missing out. I saw them open up for Motorhead tons of time back in the day. That's what made me fan, and then I've been following them ever since. You know, there was one 2 or 3 years ago, I saw 12 shows in a row with Clutch and Zach Sabbath. That was an awesome tour. I followed it around, and I worked all day, and then I went to the shows at night. So there you go. This one's pretty cool. They do have a version of Fortunate Son for you Creedence Clearwater Revival fans. I love CCR like everybody loves CCR. Everybody loves John Fogerty. I love Clutch's version. Some people don't like it. I'm all in. So pick this bad boy up. Clutch, the Weathermaker Series Volume 1. They also have a live YouTube show coming up here in, I don't know, a week or two. Awesome band. I love a band that can play a different set list every night. And they can definitely do that. They also on YouTube just put up a free performance video, and they do some Black Sabbath covers. You just hit me in all the senses. You guys know I love all that stuff. So there you have it. So there it is. I think that's it. I'm looking at my notes. You know, all hail the McRib. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my action figure video this week. My hunts out at the stores. Just hammering the targets. Target had everything I needed this week, and you guys saw the results. We'll see some of those results here. Still on the hunt for some of the other ones. But I did get a McRib. I love the McRib. Luckily for me, it's here every year, usually in October. But I got my first McRib of the season on one of those figure hunts. Nothing like hunting figures and eating McRibs. Hold the pickle, hold the onion. I want to taste all of the McRib. That's my best practice, I guess you would say. But anyways, that's it for news and everything. Not a ton of stuff this week. But let's get into a ton of weekly purchases. Alright guys, let's get down to the weekly purchases. I should mention though at the top here, I forgot, this week, check it out, at Fight Talk, I have a little link in the description, a little picture right here, but I was on the Fight Talk podcast, talking all things action figures, specifically wrestling figures, a lot of kind of my knowledge, some of my history out there, kind of my rules and what we talk about on this channel all the time. So it was a really fun interview. Talked about my whole history of collection. Talked a little bit about figure displays and how that all works. And a little bit about my everyday job on there a little bit too. So check out at Fight Talk on Twitter. Follow them. Give the podcast a listen. You can hear a little bit more of weekly purchases type talk and stuff we do here on the channel. So thank you for having me on the show. So, weekly purchases, I figured first we would do a little update on what we talked about last week's weekly purchases, and that was my lighting from IKEA. As you guys know, FedEx dropped the ball, said my stuff was delivered. It was not delivered. I got some coat instead. They couldn't find it. I called IKEA. IKEA couldn't be better. They said, hey, we're going to send you those lights right back out, which was awesome of them. And I got those lights this week, but then what did I get? I got the original set of lights in the mail as well. I called IKEA. They said, hey, you know what? Keep them. You can have both sets. So I ended up with about $2,000 in lighting for my displays. And I was actually, it's kind of nice because I was going to light the upstairs in the office And then I was going to eventually get to it of lighting probably somewhere down in the basement. Well, now I can do both. So there you go. I guess I got lucky there. Really cool of IKEA to do that. So happy to get that. Here it is. I got a bunch of these cords. I got this little transistor deal. This is what you plug in these Northfly lights. So I ended up getting 26 sets of these Northfly lights from IKEA. Very cool. They're usually made for closets, but they fit amazingly on each shelf of the Billy bookcases. If you guys are following me on Instagram and Twitter, hopefully you are, SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. I posted pictures earlier this week of the lights flashed on and turned on. Came out very, very slick. My wife, my beautiful wife Angie, helping me out. We did this one evening, put these all together and put them together. It was funny. I posted the picture in my YouTube community comments, and somebody mentioned about was it Bobby Skullface, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. I guess he did this as well. I wish I would have saw his video. It was interesting to watch his video and then compared to what I did. I did mine a little bit different. I didn't drill into the bookcases like he did outside of the wire to the back that goes to this. I use those command strips that you can use. They worked perfectly, saved me a ton of time. I didn't have to drill into the bookcases because you never know. Someday I might want to use the bookcases for something else, or I might go to a new display and I'll sell those. It'd be hard to do if you had holes all over the place. But drilled one hole in each shelf, wired these back. There's 9 of these go into this, and then you can extend it into this to another one. I'm not an electrician. I only play one on YouTube briefly from time to time, really never. But it worked out really slick and it worked out fine. I thought I was very impressed with it. So you'll see it in the big collection video. I got pictures up here, but you'll see it more in detail. So those display cases, they're half done. That backdrop guy, my buddy over there across the pond, Liverpool Zone, he's hooking me up. We're working hard on my display collection. We got the first round in. I got a second round coming sometime this week. We'll show a little of that on weekly purchases next week. So the displays are coming together. Getting to the end. Every week I talk about it. I'll probably have a little bit of delays now that I got to build that whole other lighting section, but it'll be well worth it. It's going to be a good collection video. I hope you guys all enjoy it when I do launch it here in the next month or two. And speaking of display stuff, the final display stuff for the week, really. Look at that. We got a little railing. Got a little steps. So I had this before. Continual work here. Got more. I'm sure you can imagine what this is for. Maybe an X-Men mansion. Stay tuned. But I got these this week. Got this one off Amazon. This one off Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby and Michael's. They got coupons all the time. You can get some deals if you look there. You just got to check it out. So there you have it there. Let me clean up some of this. There it is. So a banner week. Like I said, all those lights came. I was very happy. FedEx messed up, made it right, ended up getting them. Well, then today, as I was filming this, I'm waiting. Hey, I got a delivery. I better film weekly purchases. I better wait for that delivery. Well, the FedEx guy drove by my house 3 times. I was like, this isn't good. He keeps driving by. What's going on? So I went out to flag him, and he turned off and ran. Then I look at my order. It shows in transit, not sure on day of availability now. So he was going to deliver it, then it didn't happen, and then lo and behold, it was delivered about an hour later. So I'm glad I waited to do this weekly purchases video kind of to the last minute, but I did. So FedEx came through via Ringside Collectibles. Got a big one this week. AEW Series 2 through the door via Ringside Collectibles, like I said. There it is. You got Moxley, you got Rey Fenix, you got Hangman Adam Page, Dustin Rhodes, very similar to the unboxing we did this week. Of course, MJF came through this week. And then finally, Pentagon Jr. There it is, the whole AEW Team Series 2. Very happy to get this one finally. These are the mintiest figures I think I've gotten in a long time. I mean, there is not a ding, a dent, anything on any of these. I really hate to even open these because you guys know at heart, I am a mint on card guy. I would love to have all this mint on card, but where would I put it all? Nobody has a house that big to put all these figures mint on card. And you know guys, my rule is if I can't display it, I don't need it. So I'm going to open these up. It's going to really hurt because I love how they look. But I got to open them up and they're so mint. And then the other thing is, if you guys have been tracking the aftermarket on these things, it is absolutely ridiculous. I could probably triple or quadruple my money what I paid for these. But I'm not going to do it. I need these for my collection. It's for science. It's for the YouTube channel. You guys want me to open these up. I want to open these up. I got to do it. So I will do an unboxing video of these. I'll probably do it like I did Elite 82. we'll do one every single day. We'll do a different figure every day, and then on Saturday, like I did this Saturday, I'll post all of those videos together into one video with my thoughts at the end. So you guys that like, some of you guys have told me you like them one by one, some say they like them all together. You'll get the best of both worlds that way, and that's kind of what we'll try with this and see how that goes. But very happy, very promising looking set. From the outside, mint condition, everything looks good. We'll see what happens when I unbox these and we get down to it, and we look and see what's really going on inside the packaging. That'll be the true test. Are the joints good? Is the paint really good? Is there, problems inside? You never know what might happen. We've seen it all on the channel and all the unboxings we've done as of late. We've seen every disaster as far as limbs falling off, things like that, left and right. But AEW Series 2 through the door. Very excited about that. How about my Mint on card set, which I put in my Zolo collector cases, I guess you'd call them. I've got Mattel WWE Masters of the WWE Universe Series 4. So I got my loose set that I opened up on the channel last Monday. If you haven't missed that video, go back and check that one out. Now I got my Mint on card set for the wall. So very happy to have this done. Now I still need that Scare Glow. Nothing's changed there. Still waiting to get that Scare Glow figure. I have no idea what's up with that one. I've heard it's been recalled, so I'm not totally sure yet. If you guys know, or if you guys got a Scare Glow, hit me up. I'm a buyer. I need to get 2 of them still. And I'm waiting for the next Masters of the WWE Universe set as well. So happy to have those off my list and done. Found one of these. Here's Definitional Long Game. Never picked this up. I believe this was a Toys R Us 2-pack right before they closed, maybe. I could be wrong. Actually, it might be a Target 2-pack. I can't remember. I just know I passed on it at the time. But there it is. It's an Iron Man and War Machine 2-pack from the Marvel Legends. Not a huge Iron Man fan, but I've built a wall of armor. More to come on that. I have so many Iron Man figures, it's time to build that wall of armor. And these two will go very well inside that wall of armor. So there you go. Now this week was crazy at Targets. Were you guys part of the Target madness on Sunday? They announced, display. There was Street Date, Marvel Retro End Cap. You had Storm in the retro packaging up there. You had the Negative Zone Spider-Man, the Cyborg Spider-Man, and of course Gambit and Rogue, the ones everybody wanted. Those came out. Those all launched on Sunday. The Street Date, stores weren't selling them. It was kind of cool. It was kind of a relief. And guess what? They were actually kind of easy to get. I still saw Rogues and Gambits into Thursday of the week. I was kind of surprised. And Robot Spider-Man turned out to be the hardest one to find, which I would have never guessed in a million years. So, of course, I did pick them up. I got Gambit. And I should mention the sale goes through today. So if you haven't got out there yet, hopefully maybe you can get lucky. Buy 2, get 1 free on all Disney characters. So that's Star Wars, X-Men figures at Target this week. So that's what I did. I got all 3 of those and got 1 free. Very happy. It was a great launch. We've complained about Target for a long time. G.I. Joe Cobra Island, some of the Star Wars stuff. It's been a disaster. But these all launched on the day they were supposed to. They were very readily available. If you spent the time and you looked for them, you could find these. Like I said, late into the week, they were still at some of the Targets. So bravo Target, bravo Hasbro. I hope we see more of this kind of stuff. It'll be interesting. I'll unbox these guys this week too. I'm really excited to see this Rogue, compare it to the previous Rogue. Same thing with the Gambit. Cyborg Spider-Man, a little interesting on that one. I guess he'll go with Deathlock on my display, recreate that famous 90s comic book cover. But very happy to get some new Marvel Legends. Can't beat that. And the way the launch went, bravo once again. Hasbro and Target. We always don't get that lucky. So there you go on those. Keep rolling here. How about a little Christmas figures? You guys know I love heavy metal, punk rock, you name it. The Misfits, their awesome logo, the Fiend, the original Fiend. There he is in his Christmas garb. You got the comic book artwork on him, and then you got the extra head of the classic album covers that we know and love from back in the day, but could not pass this one up. We're going to have to unbox this one for maybe Christmas or Christmas Eve. That just makes sense. I mean, I'll film it, and we'll save it for those days. It'll be a great Christmas present for those days, but really happy. You guys know I love the Misfits. Seen him in concert. Finally got to see him with Danzig after all these years. Not the best show ever. Glenn had no voice at all. Saw it at the, I think it was Chicago. Was it the Rosemont maybe? Which it isn't even the Rosemont anymore. It's the Allstate Arena now, I think. I'm sure that's what it is. But got the Misfits. That's great. Gonna go with my Gremlins Christmas decorations. I need more Christmas figures, except for those Star Wars ones. Unless I can find them on clearance, then I'll buy them. But nah, not going to do it before. Ended up getting another Undertaker Elite 79, I guess FOMO as they call it. I already had one loose, but I said, you know, this would be a good one to have. It's a different packaging. It's kind of special. Why not just buy one to have? And, you know, I could use it maybe to trade from somebody someday or something. These are pretty readily available right now, but I think it'll be a good figure in the future. So who knows? There it is, the Undertaker. Who knows? Maybe I'll get it signed by him one of these days. I'm not a huge autograph guy, but that would be kind of cool. So got that guy through the door this week. And then my local comic book shop had some deals this week, which was interesting. So I went over there and they had 25% off everything. And I ended up picking some stuff up that I normally wouldn't be picking up. But look at this. Maybe some of you guys remember this. This is when I was totally checked out for Marvel toys and a lot of toys in general. I always call this the Dark Ages. This X-Men from the X-Men movie, the Marvel figures, just absolutely atrocious figures. You know, right now you think a figure's awesome when you see it, and then, you know, 20 years later, like, boy, that quality's terrible. Kind of like some of the old Marvel Toy Biz. There's a few of them that you say, ugh, I can't believe I ever thought those were a great figure. These at the time, I never thought were a great figure, and they're even worse now. I absolutely hate these figures. However, this Statue of Liberty head playset I thought was pretty cool. I got it for $14.99, and then it was 25% off. I said, anything goes with this one. I could use this with G.I. Joe. I can use it with Marvel. A great display piece. You guys all know G.I. Joe, the animated cartoon movie back from the 80s. One of the greatest movies of all time, if not the greatest movie of all time. You know, they're fighting on that opening, the greatest opening to a movie for sure. There's no question there. But they're on the Statue of Liberty fighting it out on there. And I just had this in my head when I saw it. For $14.99, 25% off, no brainer, no harm, no foul. I'll open this one up on the channel. It'll be really interesting as I didn't buy any Marvel figures from this time. It'll be really cool to see what we got. But picked that one up very cheap. Like I said, running out of room here. How about the Turtles in Time Loot Crate? I signed up for this. I'm really glad I did. You guys know I opened up that Mirage Shredder. I opened up this box, and then I sold it because I don't buy the Mirage comic book turtle figures. So I did sell that one on eBay. I put it on eBay and said, hey, we'll see where it ends. It ended, I forget what, but it was enough to pay for the whole loot crate. This is the cool turtle, shock turtle from the game. I'm not a big game figure, but this one was really cool. This is one of the things I remember most about that game. So I do think I will be keeping this. But I will unbox this on the channel. I've stayed away from spoilers. Outside of the figure, I have no idea what's in here. So I will do a quick unboxing video on this and see what's going on. And most likely I'll sell all the contents except the figure. I don't really need a t-shirt or keychains or whatever might be in here. But did finally get this one. Another strange one where it looked like it was lost in the mail, but it actually wasn't. So I'm just glad it came. Even if it came late, I'm just glad it came at this point. Then I was still buying at that store, the comic book store, 25% off. I did find this Elektra. So Elektra Marvel Select, you guys know I'm breaking my own rules. I don't have rules anymore on Marvel Select. I used to say it was the big figures and stuff. Now I'm buying Elektra, which I don't need. I really like her Marvel Legends. I do think we're going to get a new white suit Marvel Legends very soon, probably in 2021. But I did like this kind of castle display thing. So I said, you know what, $20, 25% off. It's probably worth it for this display diorama. So I picked this up. No harm, no foul, really. We'll see. I don't know where this figure will go. Maybe I'll just, you know, sell this for a couple of bucks and just keep the display. But at the end of the day, there's Elektra Marvel Select. My descent into Marvel Select madness continues. I break my own rules every day. I'm just, why have rules if you're going to break them? I don't know. It should just be, you know, open season here. And then I got one more Marvel Select. The Hulkbuster Iron Man. The re-release, I believe this was released maybe a couple of years ago, a year ago, something like that. A very cool figure. I do have the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure version, but I saw this, that sale was there. I said, you know what, I think this is a pretty cool figure. You guys know I love big figures. I'll compare, contrast the two. I can find a display spot for this guy, no problem. Love a big, bulky figure in my Marvel Legends and my Marvel Selects. So there was the Iron Man. All right, we got a lot left. We still got a lot left to go. Let me clear some of this stuff out, and we'll get back to it. All right, my friends, I got cleaned up for round 2 of weekly purchases, and let's bring it on home, and let's do some Jack's Ruthless Aggression Lucy's, an old favorite for longtime viewers of the show. Remember back to when I first started the channel, I think, was it April? I mean, it hasn't even been a year yet, but I used to have crazy hauls of loose Jack's figures. Harder and harder to find those that I need. There's not a whole lot left. But this was one, and this is one of those ones that is very rare, doesn't pop up a lot, but doesn't, just because rare does not equal big money. It's a $10 figure all day long. You just don't see it very often. And it's an early Ruthless Aggression Booker T. Just basically plain white pants. Nothing special about this figure at all, but it does not come up very often. I know we got a lot of viewers from the UK. For some reason, the UK gets a lot of these. I don't know what it is. I see them on eBay over there, but it's like, you know, $20 shipping to get this. I'm not paying 20 bucks shipped on top of the price for this guy, but finally found one here in the US and picked them up and bought it. So Booker T coming home. Happy to have off the list. The last Jakks Ruthless Aggression one, this one I posted earlier on social media, so hopefully you're following at SirPaul64, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. That's a mouthful. I finally found it. I didn't need the ring, just the figure. RVD. I love the Jakks RVDs. Some people don't like the head scan on them. I love it. I love RVD for Jakks. Most of the figures are slam dunks, and I really love this one with the red tights, the ECW shirt. This is another one you don't see very often. I've been playing the long game. It took me about a year to find this one. I didn't want to buy the ring because I have no use for the ring. I didn't want to open it. It was like 150 bucks. I don't want that. $10 for a loose one, I'm a buyer all day long, and that's exactly what I did. So, long game win again. I played that last week with that Jeff Hardy one with the belt pack. Really coming to the end. I hope I can find some of these last stragglers. And I just need that Andre Big Show 2-pack to come through at a decent price, not 170, 180. I need it around 100. But who knows? If I wait long enough, I'll probably have to pay that. And then the one, my most wanted, my most grail figure right now is that 1 of 3,000 Mick Foley in the box. I'm not paying $300 for that. It's a $65 to $85 figure. I might even go a little higher than that, but just not worth paying $300 for. At least not this time. I'm not going to do it. So there you go. So there's some Jakks Ruthless Aggression figures. I know a lot of us out there love those. Ringside Collectibles, once again, Ringside Collectibles stands. I challenge anybody out there. Does anybody buy more stands from Ringside Collectibles than I do? I don't know who would. I mean, every order I throw these in, and then they just had a cyber sale where they went down to $2.99. Absolutely ridiculous. I said, I got to buy all my stands for a full year, is what I need to do. Save money. I say it all the time on the channel. Gotta get a deal, but spend your money on your figures. Don't spend your money on your stands. You get a 10-pack for $2.99 right now. It's like they're paying us. They're paying us to take these things away. So I got one of those. I got one of those. Got one of those. Like a young Larry Bird. You know, it is my nickname, Larry Bird. Shooting the 3 all day long. I just got a bunch of these. I got a bunch. How many did I get? I don't know. Hopefully somebody's keeping count. But I got a lot of stands this week. It's time to load up. Skyhook. There it is. Bam. Three-pointer. Three-pointer. I'm like a young Craig Hodges at the three-point contest back in the day. There's a deep Bulls cut. And there it is. The last one. Oh, nails it. There it is. That's a lot of stands. That's probably 100 and some stands right there. But I say it, buy them now. $2.99. That is a deal. Tell them Kyle Peterson sent you. I don't know, or don't. Just buy the stands. You guys need stands like we all do. Don't spend your money on your stands. Spend them on your figures. Deal of the day, pro tip of the day. There you go. More Jakks. I almost forgot about these. Deluxe Aggression Triple H. Best of 2009. Haven't opened one of these in a long time. Got this at a good price. I don't have this exact figure. I have the stamp on it, so I don't like the stamp, but it doesn't bother me. I still count it as one figure. I don't count it as two. A lot of people say, Kyle, if you're going to be complete with the Ruthless Aggressions, you need all the best ofs. No, I don't. It's the same figure with a stamp on its leg. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And those figures are so hard to find because nobody wanted them, so you never see them, and I am not paying a fortune for figures I already have just for a little stamp. I do not count that as being complete. So there you have it. See you later, Triple H. And then how about Triple H John Cena? I already had the Triple H, but I needed this John Cena in the light blue jeans. WrestleMania 2-pack edition. Coming soon to an unboxing video near you. And boy, they got a water bottle and a ring bell. What could that be all about? What could these accessories tell us? What is Jakks trying to tell us with these accessories? Stay tuned to the channel. See you later. Ooh, geez, taking things out over here. What a mess. It's all coming up Bray Wyatt this week, I guess, as I pre-ordered those AEW figures. As you guys know, those got delayed. They got pushed back. The delays kept coming. Well, originally, those AEW figures were supposed to come the same time as the ringside exclusive Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse set. Well, it got delayed, so I'm like 2-3 months behind on this figure. I'm finally getting it, and I got it with the AEW. So there it is. A lot to say about this figure. I'll do an unboxing, of course. Good and bad. This is going to be an interesting one to talk about. I got a lot of thoughts about this, so we'll dive into that in the unboxing. But speaking of Bray Wyatt, or more importantly, speaking of The Fiend, a lot of ringside orders this week, as The Fiend Ultimate Edition came through the door. I think I got a lot to say about this one too, so we'll stay tuned to the channel. But The Fiend came through the door, and then what's better than one Fiend? You got to have two Fiends. So I got two. I got one to open, and you guys know I have a mint on card set, mint in box, whatever you want to call it, of the Ultimate Edition lines, and so I'm complete once again with the Fiends. Oh, and how could I forget the one everybody's talking about? Hollywood Hulk Hogan Ultimate Edition comes through the door this week. It'll be very interesting to compare this one to the Storm Collectibles. I am a big fan of those Storm Collectible Hulk Hogan figures. I will compare that in my video. We'll talk of the differences. We'll compare the two. We'll look at them. We'll do little glamour shots. And we'll decide together which one we like best. It'll be very interesting. And just like The Fiend, gotta get two. How do you not get two of these Hogans? Gotta get them. I think this Hulk Hogan is going to reunite the line. They're going to be back on the store shelves. We had a little bit of a lull at Target. Supposedly they'll be available at a lot of other places. That's what you need. You need a character like Hulk Hogan that's going to take that line to the next level and get people buying it again. So it'll be really interesting, the future of the Ultimate Editions in 2021 and who they come out with. I'm ready for that Ultimate Warrior. Get that thing out right away. We continue. More Hulk Hogan. Masters of the WWE Universe. I got this literally as I finished recording weekly purchases last week. So I got the ring, the 2-pack with Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan. Really interesting. I think if I'm Mattel, what I would have done is I would have probably put Seth Rollins from Series 4 in this and put Stone Cold or Hogan in that line. That's what I would have done, especially knowing this is supposedly, as of speaking right now, this is an online-only pack. Very strange. I think Walmart, I know. You guys remember 1 year ago today almost, they got burned very heavy on that John Cena ring that came out and the Triple H ring that came out, the Grayskull ring, this being the Rattlesnake Mountain ring. They got burned. Those things were $5 on clearance a lot of places. After the holidays, they were everywhere on clearance. And I think they learned their lesson and didn't put this one to traditional retail. It was online only. I believe Entertainment Earth is going to have this one as well. But of course, at the end of the day, I got burned with this one as I pre-ordered day one. I think it was June 24th, the day before my birthday, if you guys are keeping count. I pre-ordered this. It finally came last week. Then this week, what? They gave it $10 off online. It's $10 cheaper. So all those people that pre-ordered got stiffed. Now we got to pay $10 more. So I don't know. What do you do? Just a little disappointing if you ask me. And what's better than one ring, but you know, two rings. Sometimes you gotta have two. And you guys know I have a mint on box, mint on card master set of everything. Gotta keep it up, so I got two of these rings. Thank you to old friend David C. Anderson for helping me out. He actually ordered two of these, just seeing which one he would get. And he had the extra one. I said, you know what, I'll just buy that extra one. Don't take it back to Walmart, I'll just buy it from you. So David, always a good brother, helping me out, looking out for me. Might take him on as an agent one of these days. We'll see. He might be a good agent to take care of all my business dealings. So there you go. Hit up old David Anderson, the old commissioner. Hit him up. So there you have it. I'm going to look around. One last look. I think that's enough weekly purchases. I think I've had enough. If I missed anything, I'll combine it with next week's. This was a way busier week than I anticipated it to be, but you know, that's the way the other shoe drops from time to time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments, what did you pick up this week? What were you up to? What did you find out there? I'm sure you guys found a lot of this stuff I found too, with a lot of the new stuff that's coming out. But love hearing what you guys found out there in the streets. So please let me know. But that's it. And until next week, I'm Kyle. Of course, I'm Kyle. But you know, an apple a day will keep anyone away if you throw it hard enough. Pro tip of the day. See you guys all real soon.